everybody, it's Aquila, and this is Lefty Knitter Podcast, episode 220. I'm coming to you from a very rainy Baltimore, which means, well, let's say the date. It is Saturday, September 23rd. We are not camping. We are not at Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival, and I am very sad about this. This is one of my favorite festivals of all the festivals, because it's not giant, it's not tiny, it has perfect amount of vendors. It's just great. And I'm really sad that we just decided, with the weather that was coming, we kind of live near water on the eastern side of the city, and so we just chose to not do that, because if we did go, like where we were camping, there's lots of stuff to do. There's lots of outside stuff to do. That's the problem. And it's like 100% chance of rain. So I'm really sad that we're not going. But did I need more yarn? No. Do I like to support vendors? Yes. But that's where we are. So, I am not recording through the week. I just didn't record through the week this week. It was a little bit hectic. We had back to school night, we had other things happening, and some other personal life stuff happening, and it just didn't work out. So I'm coming to you in a one-clip video here. So I appreciate everybody that comes back and follows and watches. And, you know, last weekend I told you guys that I was starting this, and that's the elephant in the room, right? Because I already put in a video of me wearing it. So let's talk about what I'm wearing. Oh, if I didn't say, I am a predominantly, this is a crafting podcast, if you're new. Didn't mention that, but here we are. So I cast this on. My family decided to take a trip, and I stayed home. So what did I get to do? I got to do whatever I wanted. So I decided to cast on a new project. I knew when I purchased this yarn is Hempathy yarn by Elizabeth Lavold. Let me get a tag out here. Elizabeth? I'm probably wrong. Okay, so I ended up getting this at the Blue Pelican when we were down on vacation in the Outer Banks, and I got a lot of yarn for a little bit of money. The price on here is not even correct, $5, because I ended up getting, I don't even remember, 6 colors, 4 balls each, 24 balls of this yarn for like $30. It was fill a bag. I filled a bag. Now, before I had purchased this, pause. Unpause. Sorry. My little came down, and I told her just to let me know when she was on her way down. I have some things to show you, but that'll be later. So I bought this yarn. I knew when I purchased the yarn, I had looked on Ravelry at project pages and what people have made with it. Please don't make noise, okay? All right, thank you. I knew people have made the Ranunculus. I decided I was going to pick one of the colors that I purchased and make a Ranunculus. So I did my research, I looked at pattern pages, and what I found was, and all information for patterns, links, designers, etc., that'll all be down below. I try to write notes or try to tell you while I'm talking about it, but sometimes I forget to do that. So this is Midori Hirose. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but I decided to use, you have to stop that's definitely making noise every time you do that. It's okay. All right. Back to the Ranunculus. This was the last pattern I thought I would be ever casting on. First off, I don't like the pattern picture. The main picture on Ravelry, I don't know why. It drives me crazy. I think because the sweater is like 8 times big on the girl that's wearing it. That's my own problem. But people have made this and loved it, and that is proven in how many project pages there are. So when I saw that this was a pattern that was made with this yarn, I decided, what is it gonna hurt? What is it gonna hurt? So I cast this on after looking at project notes and whatever else. I didn't want it to be big. I didn't want it to be really big on me. So I wanted it to be, and not super cropped either. Not that it is a super cropped top, but I just didn't want it to even look like that. So I chose to do the first size in the pattern. I don't remember the chest circumference for that, but I did choose to do a US 8. This is considered like a DK weight yarn. I did a size 8 needle for the neckline. And after that, I changed to a 10. And I did a 10 in the whole rest of... This is feeling real reminiscent of when she was super little and I couldn't get her to be quiet. So I apologize for background noise, but this is a real true life podcast that it's not polished, it's not perfect, it's not, you know, all those things, and that's just how it is. So I shouldn't apologize because this is my life and I love my people. So I decided to use size 10 throughout the rest of the sweater, and it came out like, I love it. I love it so much. I love that I used the orange. I thought when I was buying the colors that this was going to be the color I picked. So what I ended up doing was, I thought what I was going to do, what I said in the last podcast, was I was going to do the sleeves first and then finish the body. Well, I didn't. I wanted to get the body length the length that I wanted it. So when I did that, I ended up breaking into my 4th ball because I had 4 balls. And then I bound off and I had 44 grams left because these are 50 gram balls. They're, sorry, I can tell you exactly. They are 50 grams and 153 yards. And it says it's a 2, which technically I think is a sport, but on Ravelry it's considered a DK. I did not swatch for this. I told you guys, this was I'm going to cast this on because I want to, and I'm not dilly-dallying. So I ended up having to do like 5 or 6 rows and the bind off on the body, and then I had 44 grams left. I split my 44 grams into 22 each, and I knit pretty much as far as I could on the sleeves. I actually really like the sleeve length. I was like trying it on as I was doing the sleeves because I wasn't sure. I didn't want it to kind of go here. It's too far. Like this was like perfect. It's bending right there. But let me show you guys how much yarn I have left, because it is not a lot. This is it. This is it. This is it. So I really love this so much. It's just perfect. The other thing I did differently with this pattern is it calls for an I-cord bind off for the sleeve. I ended up doing an Icelandic bind off. And I like it. It was, you know, you can always modify stuff to your own body and or techniques that you want to use for the look that you're going for. I felt like this didn't need that huge I-cord bind off because I think it was like a 5-stitch I-cord bind off actually, and I didn't want that. So I'm really happy. I'm really, really, really happy with this. So now that we've talked about the elephant in the room, I guess we can move on. I made notes today because, well, I have a few things that I just want to talk about. Oh, the one thing I didn't make a note about, let's talk about this right now. I do have my channel monetized in the aspect of there's ads, but I have chosen only to do ads at the beginning and ads at the end, and that I always make sure that they are skippable ads. And I'm hoping that's true. I'm hoping like YouTube isn't messing that up. But we, as YouTubers, if you are a YouTuber or have a channel, you might have already seen this. If you choose to monetize your channel with ads, they're going to put them in the middle, wherever they want at this point. You don't get to choose. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because in all honesty, there's a few channels that they put ads in, and it's like every 5 minutes you're getting an ad. And it kind of drives me bonkers. So I'm not sure how I feel about that and my channel. So I'm just gonna have to see. I think the change is coming in November. So I wouldn't mind having people's perspective down below. I don't have a lot of giveaways, so the money I am making is so minimal anyway. It is like, you know, $4 and $5, and you have to hit, if you don't know, you have to hit like $100 to get them to put money in your account. So technically it's taking like months for me, months and months and months and months, many months before they even do a deposit. So I'm just not sure if A, it's worth it, and B, do I want to annoy you guys, my viewers, with so many ads, and you don't get to choose if they're skippable or not. And I'm really frustrated with that. Like, I feel like this affects people who have a lot more, like, it doesn't affect the people that have a lot more views, because those people are, their viewer base is dedicated and they're watching no matter what. It affects more the little guys like me, who their viewers are just like, oh my God, this is like, you know, 30-minute podcast and then there's been 4 ads. So I'm just really frustrated with it. That's where we are with that. Okay, let's move on. The other project that I have been working on is the Secret Skein, and this is a Stephanie Lotven. I think I pronounced it wrong last week. It's Telly Bean Knits, Stephanie Lotven. That is not the right bag, sorry. This was the oldest skein in my stash when I filtered my Ravelry. That was a fingering weight yarn. This is from the Knitting Boutique. I didn't look up to see if they have an online presence anymore. The last I did look them up, they did, but this is a great project. It's called the Secret Skein for your single skein, Secret Skein, and it only needs 1 skein. So it's like a perfect project for those yarns that you're like, I bought this and I don't know what to do with it, and it looks really beautiful in solids and variegateds that I've seen. And so go look at the pattern and check it out. I have it on very small needles because, well, I like working in that circumference. But here is my yarn. And the last you guys saw it, I was here. So I had knit, all this is knit flat, and then you join in the round, and I joined, and that's the last time you guys saw it. I just joined, pretty much. And it has these beautiful dropped, elongated stitches. They're not drop stitches. They're called elongated, and I am losing stitches. I'd never really do that, but this is on a very short cord. So I am really loving this. I don't have much more to go, so you guys will be seeing this hopefully in the next episode. But I do have another pattern that I purchased, and it's the same designer. Now, I actually have a few other of her cows, their cows. I shouldn't say her if I don't know. Their cow patterns. Their cow patterns are all kind of constructed in the same manner. So it's knit flat. She has like the looks like spider webs and spiders, like a lot of different ones. I don't think I've done any other patterns. Now I'm trying to think, maybe I have. I know I've purchased some. So they're in my queue, but I purchased, they are doing a make-along for a Halloween cow, and it's mystery, so you don't know what it's going to look like. I'm very, very excited because the color work in the cows that they do have out as patterns is beautiful. I'm very excited for this. I showed the pattern to Tammy from Cinematic Skeins. We were talking about, well, we talk all the time, but if you don't know, Tammy is the host of the Cinematic Skeins podcast, and so we were doing some talking, and this pattern, you can purchase it now. It's $7, but right now, all the way through October, it's 60% off. So that's a pretty big price discount. And the make-along starts on October 1st, and you get 13 clues. So you'll get one from October 1st all the way through October 13th. And that'll be all 13 of your clues. You need 6 colors. There's a bunch of, I think they have 3 or 4 different dyers. I can't remember all of them, but they have kits that you can buy, and they are all linked in the pattern or on Instagram. Maybe it was on Instagram. Either way, you should go if you're interested and check it out. But Tammy did a cranking order and I have to work on that, but Tammy she showed me some colors that she had, because I was like, I don't really have a black. I have one black here, but she showed me a black and I was like, ooh, and then she showed me an orange and a gray that she had, and she split them in half because I think she's definitely doing it too. So here's what Tammy sent me. Oh, I have a sticker. I can show you. There you go. Cinematic Skeins. So these are going to be 3 of my colors. The kid was peeking around the door. Okay, 3 of my colors. I love them. Now, if you purchase the pattern, they give you, I'm a lot today. They give you a bunch of hints and tricks on how to pick your color 1 through 6 or A through whatever. So in that, it says color 1 will have to contrast with color, I'm just saying this, I don't know for sure, 5 and 6, right? But it should also be like a light color. Then color 2 should be a dark color, and it should contrast with 3 and 6. So all the notes are really, really, really well done. That's all just in the setup, so you don't have the pattern yet. Obviously, it's a mystery knit along, so it's just all the pre-set up so you can pick all your yarns. So this yarn, if you've been around for a while, this yarn Hazel and I dyed. This was part of, have you ever seen 3-color challenge done? Where kids will they get a picture and they only get to pick 3 colors and a marker, and then they have to use those 3 colors to paint or color their picture. Hazel and I did a 3-color challenge. I closed my eyes and I picked 3 colors, dye pots, and the 3 colors turned into this. So this is a really awesome green. I love it a whole lot. Then I believe Andy the Knitress sent me this, and I'm going to use some of this because I don't have bare white. I have some bare white, but I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use this. Can I even do this? This is Knit Picks palette in a purple. So these 3 colors. That's like perfect for Halloween, isn't it? I love it. And all the requirements are great. So I already picked out which one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to be starting this on October 1st. I'm very, very excited for that. I really enjoyed the last mystery knit along I did, which was the Stephen West socks. I know a lot of people, I mean, I enjoyed making them. I wouldn't have picked them just in general, like I had said, but I really enjoyed the mystery and making them and learning new techniques. And I love color work, so I'm really down for that. One last thing I need to tell you about. This is also going to be considered, this is going to be considered a dream cast on, and not really a dream cast on. I'm probably going to do it. I already favorited it, I believe. Not queued it. But I like to try to favorite items and then attach or make notes on, one, where did I see that pattern? Because this pattern I saw watching the Cozy Up Knit Sisters. They just did an episode within the last couple days, and one of the sisters is making these beautiful hats, toques, and they're from Canada. And it was like a hefty yarn, like a chunky, and it was just really beautiful. Let me insert a picture here of the designer's hat, because I like to do that from like the Ravelry page. This is Jenny Noto, and it's called the Horntail Beanie. Now, it's like a $5 pattern, I believe, but in the notes on Ravelry, it calls for like chunky, bulky, and Aran. So you can use, I guess it's written out for all three weights of yarn, which is really cool. I've had this yarn in my stash for quite some time, and I never know what to do with it. It's a single skein. It's falling apart here. It is a single skein. I really think it's beautiful, and I bought it because, you know, single skein, beautiful yarn, and I bought it, and then you just don't know what to always do with it. So when I saw this on the podcast, I was like, oh, I have yarn for that. I know what I want to do. I know what yarn I want to use. Now, it says Aran. To me, I guess it falls in worsted / Aran, but I'm going to make this hat. I think it'll be really cool. So, Brooke is the owner of Fully Spun. Brooke is, I believe, has everything on discount right now because they are deciding to close up shop. They're not going to be doing Fully Spun anymore. I'm really sad about it. I love Brooke's yarn. I had other yarn from her, but I think this is my last skein I have. Brooke would dye the wool and then have it spun a certain way to make it do like the color changing. The same way Spin Cycle is, the same way there's a few other dyers that have yarn this way. So it's not like a new concept, and Brooke had been doing it for quite some time. And gosh, I don't even know when I bought this. But this is 100 grams, 190 yards. It's called Harvest Moon, and it's an Aran weight. And I think it'll look really beautiful in that hat. And then I've used my yarn. I am really, really, really trying to use yarn from my stash and find projects and patterns that go really well with yarns I have already. I have a bunch of patterns in my library that I need to use. Like I said, I have the spider web one from Tellybean Knits, and it really calls for just 2 yarns. So I need to just pick 2 and just go with it. The one in her main pattern picture is like hot pink and black, and it's really cool looking. And I have a ton of yarn that are single skeins that I could very easily use that. Once I finish, I think the Haunted Cow one, the Halloween, I think I might have, I don't know if I'll have enough black, but if I do, I might use the black I have from Tammy and then make the spider one. That's some plans, right? All right, so here we go. This is dream knitting. So, all right, one last thing. We were really bummed about camping. So at the same time, we would have had the camper. We wouldn't have been in a tent. But all the outdoorsy stuff, you would have been wet. So we would have probably watched a lot of movies, played a lot of games, and just hung out in the camper. And that's not always the experience we want. Like, we can hang out here in our house and then not have to pack up a whole wet campsite. So we foregoed it. Is that right?
I'm here. Yeah.
Hazel's definitely here. She's been here the whole time.
I was just in my playroom.
She was in her playroom. So we decided to go. I
decided.
Hazel. Okay, don't be so loud. As a family, we decided you did not brush your hair. I told you had to brush your hair and not look like a total bum.
It's only like 9 o'clock.
It is 10:34.
It just changed. It's fine.
It went from 9 o'clock to 10:34. Oh, okay.
So we went to go buy Lego.
Okay, so we are very fortunate that we have a Lego store. If you've never been to a Lego store,
they have like thousands of Lego.
They have
Lego creations. You can like build your own. They have a bunch of different things. You can build your own and buy it. You can customize your own. Mm-hmm. Like make it say your name.
The one really. Do you need to blow your nose?
No.
Oh, okay. The one really cool thing was you could put the Lego set in front of this camera. What are you doing? Okay.
So you can put it in front of this camera and you can watch it come to life.
come to life. It was cool. Like,
Yeah.
the first one that the sales associate did was The Office, which that's not really our jam, but it was cool to see it come to life. So we put other ones in front of it see.
We put this really like cool one up and on it, and it looked so cool.
Yeah, they had some cool stuff. So, Hazel got a really since we're gonna be stuck in the house here too because it's raining. We decided to go to the Lego store and give us something to do. I mean, more of them. I'm gonna be yarning it up.
But you're also gonna be helping me with the other kids.
I'm playing with yarn.
No, you're gonna be helping me too.
So they also had they had many sets that were on sale because A, the box was damaged, B, it was returned, C, they were just on sale, and D, that it was an item that was no longer going to be sold anymore, so it was on sale for that reason. So it was like a last chance. John was so excited. He had 2 Christmas sets, and he put one back because the one set is more current, but the one set he bought was older, and it was the only one in the store, and it was on the sale table. So he bought that one.
And it lights up.
Yeah, it's got some cool features. So he is very excited about that one. I don't know where we're putting these Legos. Me neither. And then Hayes got a Lego Friends, like, really cool house that you can take the pieces apart and rearrange them in different ways, right?
It's like Barbie houses, you know how you can change like the bedroom to where the living room used to be.
Yeah. So, and you can customize the furniture with all the pieces they gave you, right?
Yeah.
So, we're going to be working on that a little bit today, but we got a third set.
We did.
Now, this one was already...
I made 3 parts of it.
Was already semi-inexpensive. Lego is not cheap. Semi-inexpensive in the fact that this was like a $29 set.
But
and then it was on sale even more. But let's just show... Don't say what it is. Let's show one character. And you know what? You know what's going to happen?
What?
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to do a giveaway.
Not of these.
Not of these. But you can't say what it is.
But can I be the one to show them?
You can show them, but you can't say what they are or who they are. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Put down in the comments if you know who they are, and I'll pick a winner, and I will purchase you the pattern for the Halloween cow, the mystery cow from Tellybean. So I will purchase that for you. So you'll have to have Ravelry unless they have another way to purchase their patterns. But I will decide a winner and I'll gift that to you. So I will need your Ravelry name when I do pick the winner. I'll pick that in the next episode. Hey, you gotta remind me. I'll pick that in the next episode. All right. So do you want to just show a bunch of them?
Yeah.
Like all at once?
Yeah.
Okay. How are we doing this?
I'm gonna do these two.
Okay. And all right. Don't pull them up yet. I'm gonna try to arrange them in my hand. Oh, this one's not on there very good. Okay. You already dropped a thing.
I just dropped the thing that holds them, the stand.
Yeah, okay, it's all right. Just hold them. Ready? All right, we're gonna slowly lift them up, and then you're gonna guess down below. And if you're right and you get picked, you'll get a free pattern. We're silly, right? All right, ready?
We got
slowly.
Extra lollipop delivery. I built this one, that one, and that one.
Mm-hmm. And I built the one.
This one.
Yep.
That my dad,
Okay.
John Boland, built that one. Let me have a turn. Yeah.
All right, so make your guesses down below, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. This girl's having a bad haircut.
Okay, all right. There you go. So we already built that set.
It came with an extra lollipop.
Oh, an extra lollipop.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Careful.
Yeah.
All right. I have one more thing. I'm going to try to have this up before 2 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time. Barb from Flame and Fiber podcast is having her monthly Zoom call. So if you have a chance and you want to jump in, all the details are on her page on Flame and Fiber podcast on the in her Ravelry group. So I will link that Ravelry post down below, or the group down below. So yeah.
Bye.
I'm not done yet. Stop. Oh my god. You're making noise. Okay, you can get out of here now. I have not been reading anything new. I finished one book, and that was called Family Lore. The details of it will be down below. I probably should have loved it, and I didn't love it, and I think I gave it a 2 out of 5. I just didn't really love it.
Can I call Violet upstairs?
Can you what?
Can I call Violet?
No.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I just didn't love it, and I feel bad that I didn't love it, but again, you don't have to like every book that you read. And I almost quit in the middle of this, and I maybe should have, because I just feel like I didn't gain a whole lot from it. So, Family Lore, that's what it was called. I apologize if other people really loved it, but it wasn't my thing. So, yeah, that's it. We haven't been watching anything new, except for we watch Big Brother, and we love that show. We're stupid addicted, and if anybody else is addicted, tell me who you want, like who you're excited about to win in that show, because I'm just not. I'm torn between this whole season has been, I don't know, but yeah. So the 1 week Ranunculus, I am very happy with that. I'm gonna show you guys one more time because I really love it. I really, really love it. So if you were on the fence about making this, don't be. It was a great pattern. It was written really well. It's made for all different weights of yarn. And I know quite a few people who have made them and love them and have made more than one iteration of them. That could be me. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I do have like 3 more colors of this yarn. Nope. I bought 6 colors, so I have 4 more colors. So I could end up with another one. Maybe the short sleeve and then make a longer body. Use up all the yarn. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. So that's what I have to show you guys for today. If you have a chance and you want to support any of the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival vendors, I know they are still having it because a lot of the vendors were in buildings, so they did decide to keep going forward with it. But there were also vendors that backed out because of they weren't in a building or they were on like East Coast where the weather is going to be worse. It is a tropical storm that we're having right now. And also just to support the vendors that you want to support. So I'm not telling you where to spend your money. But, just saying, because I feel bad that I didn't go and support anybody. But again, like, yarn. Yarn. It's so hard. It's so hard. The next show we have coming is November. Is that the next one? The one that is close here that I'm going to. Now, of course, there is New York Sheep and Wool, which is coming up October, but then November here at the same fairgrounds as Maryland Sheep and Wool is the Alpaca Festival. So if you are interested in going to a cold weather show and you get to wear all your knits, that is the perfect show because you definitely get to wear your knits. So, all right, until the next episode, please take care of yourself and each other and check on each other and do all the things and do what makes you happy. And peace, love, and happy crafting. Bye.